Hey besties, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well, taking care. And today's topic is pretty interesting. I'm gonna tell you 10 things I've learned after being a small business owner after 1 year. As you know, recently in November 2nd, Ira's jewelry shop finally reached 1 year since we opened, since we have been selling. Today I'm gonna share with you a couple of things that I've learned throughout that year since I started until now. I hope all of you find this helpful, and don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and share. Before we get into the video, I have a great announcement. So probably when this video is gonna be up, there's gonna be a clearance sale that week, and even after a clearance sale, if there's anything left, make sure to buy it because I'm gonna bring out a new collection. I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek, but not a full peek, just a little, a little sneak peek. Maybe it's not done yet, so like you're just getting a sneak peek. Something has to do with crystals. Anyway, let's back to the video. First thing I learned is that you are your #1 supporter. Well, in my case, I don't have very supportive father in this case. Everybody else is like meh about it. They don't care, they don't put too much thought into it, but it's still not what you expect in this case from family. And you just see that bug. People aren't if they're really supportive, they're gonna show it through their actions. They're gonna share your content. They're gonna tell you, hey, you need anything, you're doing great, your product is amazing. They're just gonna encourage you along the way rather than discourage you and just stay silent, and a friend is not gonna ask you for a discount, neither is a family member, knowing how hard it is to have a business and spend all that money and materials and stuff. It's really hard when people are like, oh, you should give it to me for free because I'm your friend. That's just not it. So just keep in mind that you're your #1 supporter. You're the one who started the business. You're the one who's supporting it in different ways by creating products, sharing the videos. It's you to create the content, you do everything. You are your #1 fan, bestie. Don't ever forget that. The #2 thing I've learned is do your own research. When in doubt, Google can help out. So bestie, please do your research. Nobody's gonna do your research for you. If you're doubting something like, oh, I don't know what type of rock this is, what type of bead this is, or what color is this, anything about your business that you don't know, just Google it. Bestie, Google it, because there have been times that I was like, oh yes, I know everything, I can do everything now, I have power. Don't be like that. Don't be like me in that sense. Just do your research. And I love doing research. A lot of YouTube videos help me. There's a lot of small business owners who also have YouTube, and they make videos helping everybody. They share the behind the scenes, they share everything. So just remember to do your research, because if you're in a small business, depending on the product, you have to disclose the information. For example, I sell jewelry, I have to disclose what type of material it is, what type of color it is, the kind of bead used, the kind of materials used. Just because you don't know what your customer is looking for, maybe your customer is looking for a certain specific kind. Remember to do your research so your business can flourish, and you will gain so much knowledge that in a couple of years you're gonna be a full-on expert, and you're gonna be the one who's helping other people online however you want to. #3, don't waste money on items you're not going to use. I bought a lot of material in the beginning and I ended up not using it. Make sure when you're going to buy something for the first time or first few times, just buy what you need. Don't buy extra, just buy what you need in the moment. Later on, you can reinvest and buy the extra materials that you want and desire, because life is expensive and you don't want to waste your money like I did multiple times. And especially if you're starting as a small business, I'm telling you, since sales take a little bit of time to happen, just make sure to buy what you need and work with what you have. That is an excellent way to save money. #4, don't be scared of trying out new ideas. Let your creativity flow. There has been times that I've been doing something, I was like, maybe I should try this. If you have an idea and you want to try it at least once, do it, because you never know if that idea is gonna be the one that brings you a bazillion customers. Let your creativity flow. Don't feel insecure about it. Don't be scared, don't be shy. Just let that idea be put to good use, or write it down, do it properly, and don't forget, most importantly, to plan things so they go well and those new ideas, you can turn them into anything you want. So don't be afraid to show those ideas. Number 5, make your business look cohesive. What do I mean? For example, the colors, the fonts, the product photos. Make everything look uniform. Not the same, but just uniform, because nobody wants to see anything super crazy. It's not gonna look good, especially for your brand. It's not gonna look good. Make sure you choose a color palette, a certain font that you're always gonna use. I'm gonna put a few examples of Instagram feeds that are pretty cohesive and uniform, just so you can get the idea of why it's important to have a brand that is coherent and everything looks good and looks put into place. Number 6, plan ahead always. Create your plans, set your deadline. Remember, occasions where people buy the most, for example, are holidays. Plan those sales, plan those holiday themed products, plan everything. And if you have a hard time planning, all you can do is take a notebook or on your tablet. I do it on my tablet, brainstorm those ideas, write them down. Plans are what ensure that your business goals are going to be achieved, you know? That is why it's important to not improvise. I used to improvise in the beginning. Big mistake. I didn't know my style. I didn't know anything. And then I started planning, like, okay, this week I'm gonna post this, this, and this. When I started planning, everything started to look more cohesive, and I noticed that people were interacting more. They liked it more. That feedback just really let me know that planning was the right thing to do. Now, number 7, find your own style. Well, have something of your brand that stands out. It could be the logo, it could be the slogan, the theme, the concept of everything, the purpose, the mission. Find your style. If you're making jewelry, find your kind of jewelry, make it unique, make it outstanding, and that's what people will look for, because everybody can get trendy things anywhere. You know, if something is trending, people can get it anywhere, and if they see your business, they're gonna go like, well, I've seen this before on this place and on this place. Even though there's a lot of businesses that sell the same product, but if you observe closely, they might be the same product, you know, like jewelry and jewelry, but the style of jewelry, the colors, the beads they use, the concept, the ideas are always different, because each one of them has their own style, has their own way of talking to their customers, to their audience. So just make sure to be yourself and take advantage of being yourself. Your personality and who you are is the best thing. It's unique, it's amazing, bestie, and people are gonna love you. Your audience is gonna find you, they're gonna follow you, they're gonna love you for who you are. Let yourself flow through your business. Don't feel pressure to have a certain image or this image online. Just be yourself, because that's a reason that people are gonna remember you, gonna remember your business, and they're gonna come back for more. Number 8, I learned this the hard way. Adapt and change. Because it has happened to me that I've been doing things a certain way or a certain jewelry style, and it was overdone, or maybe it was not something people were really looking for. So what I did, I adapted and changed my business. You can also change your strategies. Something is not working, you can always change it and try something new. Maybe that new thing is the one that works. So just make sure to always adapt and change, because our environment, people are constantly changing, trends change, things people want change, everything is always changing. So don't forget that, and just remember, make sure your business is able to do that. Number 9, create a freaking work schedule. Bestie, I didn't have no schedule. And bestie, if you don't have a work schedule for your business, how are you gonna balance 3 things? If you're in college, for me it would be college, business, and personal life. That is why it's important to always have a schedule and follow it. Take Monday, for example, from 2 to 3 to just take product photos. Make sure that every single Monday you follow that task, that to-do list, that you set that time, because if you do things in a disorganized manner, you're gonna find yourself stressed and delayed. It has happened to me a bazillion times. I was stressed and delayed on something, and that's why lately I've been adapting to a schedule. Like this day I do this, then I do that, or I do a to-do list and I set it for each day. I'm gonna do a different task, prioritizing the hardest task and leaving for the end the easiest task. So please, bestie, make a work schedule. Number 10, I learned this the hard way. Be friggin' patient. Everything takes time. There was months that I would have been extremely frustrated and discouraged, and I would say to my friends, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired. It's not working out. I feel like a failure. Be patient. No, things take time, and things will happen at its own time. You just gotta keep trying, pushing through. Let that negativity out of your head. You don't need no negativity in your life. Work at your own pace, but just be patient, because you're gonna find your customers, or your customers are gonna find you. They're gonna love your business. And don't be discouraged by anything, honestly. Like, don't be discouraged about other people's opinions, or if something's not working the way you expected it to be. Just don't be discouraged by anything of that, because life is pretty circumstantial. Life is pretty random, to be honest. There would be months that I would have no sales. There would be months that I have a bunch of sales, and so on. Like, just don't get discouraged, because if this is something you really want and you believe in, I know you're gonna do it. I hope that all of this helped, and don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video with a friend. Also, leave a comment down below which tip helped you the most. You can share your own experiences with me, and this is how I will conclude this video. I will see you next week. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.